Hey everybody, I could not be more excited for you to meet my friend Mandy. Many of you may be familiar with her on social media or through her books as The Single Woman, but today you're going to be able to hear her story, hear a little bit about her new book that has just been released. So to kick it off, welcome Mandy, and why don't you just share a little bit about who you are?
Yeah, thank you so much. Hi everyone. My name is Mandy Hale, and I am the creator of The Single Woman, which is a blog and several books now and social media platforms that are really all designed to celebrate the journey of the single woman. And I started the blog 6 years ago on February 1st, and it's hard to believe it's been that long, but it was amazing. Started it just as a way to sort of find a place to channel my own creativity and to really just share my heart and my journey. I had just gotten out of a really unhealthy, toxic, not God-centered relationship and was going through this process of healing and sort of becoming, for lack of, that term, no better term than that. And I was looking around for other people who were sharing positive messaging about singleness, and couldn't really find it. I mean, the bookstores even to this day are not filled with a lot of really encouraging reading material when it comes to the single journey. So I thought, you know what, I'm just going to start writing about my own experience and sharing my heart, and started it as a little blog, started a little Twitter page to promote the blog, and had 0 followers, and it quickly just took on a life of its own. And it let me know. I knew pretty early on that it was something special, that God was doing something really amazing in not just my life, but in the lives of the single women who connected with my message. And so it was just really a miraculous journey from day one until this day. I'm still amazed at everything that God has done with my story. And then also every single day I hear these amazing stories of healing and hope, and just incredible stories from women who have been inspired by something I said. Here we are 3 books later, and it's just been such an amazing 6 years.
That's absolutely incredible. And I'll never forget the first time that I interacted with you, and we were able to meet up actually in person in Las Vegas at Sunrise Coffee when you were on your tour. And just to be able to physically see how the women that you were talking with, they were instantly lighting up with hope that we aren't, we might be single on a Facebook status, but that doesn't define who we are. And watching them engage with you in your story just was incredible. And I knew, literally from that moment, that I was excited to continue following your journey and just our friendship, which has been awesome.
Yeah,
so
it's cool that, even just us sitting here today, it is because of social media. So
yeah,
there's a lot of there's certainly a downside to the whole social media thing, but I think that there's also so much, just so much good about it, so much right about it, because it provides a platform for people to connect and then for people to come if they need a little hope and encouragement and they can't find it elsewhere in their life. So it's pretty incredible.
Exactly. I couldn't agree more. And, I love how you shared, your story. You really is what birthed how God has used you in so many other women's stories. And you recently wrote a new book that is just released. Can you tell us a little bit about Beautiful Uncertainty?
Yes, I am super excited about Beautiful Uncertainty. I think it might be my favorite thing that I've ever written. And a lot of that has to do with the fact that it was incredibly God-inspired. The dream is that everything we write ever will be God-inspired. But the truth is, some days we wake up and we're not feeling encouraging today. We're not feeling motivated today. So we just kind of write, I guess, on autopilot. But with this book, Beautiful Uncertainty, it was specifically about a very special year in my life, the year 2014, which was the year that I met you. I had decided at the beginning of that year that my number one goal for the year, I always like to establish my goals for every year on my little vision board. that I have in my house, just a whiteboard where I write down all my goals and plans and dreams. And for 2014, I wanted to do things differently, and I decided to make my number one goal and my only goal to pursue Jesus, whatever that looked like, just wholeheartedly, no holding back, and follow him wherever he would lead. And he led to some really amazing, incredible, just life-changing experiences. And it was really just an entire year of adventure and showing up to my life. And it's really all about not waiting. I think as single women in particular, we feel like we have to just sit around and wait. We have to wait for love. We have to wait for a man to come rescue us. We have to wait for marriage. And I think that it's time for us to stop waiting and start living. And that's what I really tried to do during the course of the year that this book takes place. And then, as a result of writing it and just feeling really led to sort of draw the parallel between the beautiful uncertainty of singleness and the beautiful uncertainty of walking with God. And I'm really proud of the book and can't wait to see, hopefully, the impact that it has on the people who read it.
Absolutely. I'm so excited about this book. And from the second that I even heard you were writing a new one, I was like, I can't wait to get my hands on Mandy's new story and journey. And we actually, for all of you watching, are giving away a free copy of Mandy's book. So you can enter to win that at BecomingMe.tv. All of the details will be in this post with Mandy's story as well. So make sure you check that out and share it with your friends. And you can see all the details to win there. But if you do not win, I would highly, highly, highly encourage you to purchase your own copy of Mandy's book, buy one for a friend, or maybe you're watching this and you aren't single anymore. I would encourage you to pick up a copy for someone that you know who is. I know from personal experience, from talking with countless women, every single book, every single blog post, even every single Instagram post I've read of Mandy's has definitely encouraged and inspired me and the women I've talked to. So make sure to get your copy of Beautiful Uncertainty and to enter to win. And Mandy, one question that we ask a lot of women at Becoming, and that I would love to ask you now, is if you were sitting across from another woman on her own becoming journey, kind of like what we're doing right now, you're having coffee, you're just doing life together, what would you say to encourage her on the journey?
I would say, honestly, and this is a big theme of Beautiful Uncertainty, and you forgot to add that you actually endorsed the book.
I did. I did.
Actual readers instead of just random celebrities this time. So I thought that would be more heartfelt and would let and really know the not just some glossy, shiny endorsement, but to actually hear it from the hearts of readers. But yeah, I would say that there's so much beauty in the process of becoming. I think it's easy to get frustrated and to feel like nothing's happening and we're just waiting endlessly. But I think it's at those moments that you have to remember a couple of things, that you may not see anything happening on the surface, but God is always working behind the scenes on your behalf. Yeah. I've learned that in my own journey. I've seen it firsthand a million times, that usually right when I'm about to give up hope is when the breakthrough or the answered prayer or whatever it may be comes. So I would just say embrace the down moments and the up moments and the sad moments and the happy moments, and just realize that it all serves a purpose. It's all molding you. It's all shaping you. It's all every single minute of it, the laughter and the tears, the heartbreak and the triumph. Every single moment of it goes into, creating the person that you're meant to be and the woman of God that you were born to be. So just know that there is, one of my number one things that I like to remind people is that waiting is not about punishment. It's about preparation. And God is preparing you for whatever it is that you're waiting for. So just trust that. Trust in your journey. Trust in His plan for your life. And know that, again, there is great, great beauty in the becoming.
I love that. And I couldn't agree more. Thank you so much just for how you have throughout the last 6 years that you created The Single Woman and you stepped out in faith with boldness to share your story, how you've now created a community where women don't feel alone and they can embrace the beautiful uncertainty that there really, really is in life in every aspect. So I really, really appreciate that. And if women want to connect with you, what's the best way for them to connect with you on your website or things like that?
Yes, you can find me on thesinglewoman.net. That's my website. But then you can also find me on essentially any social media platform at The Single Woman: Twitter, Facebook, Instagram, Pinterest. I have not ventured into Snapchat yet. Haven't gotten brave enough, but maybe one of these days. So stay tuned.
That's awesome. I love it. Well, make sure you enter to win a copy of Mandy's new book, Beautiful Uncertainty, at BecomingMe.tv. Follow Mandy. And then if you do not win a copy of the book, make sure to buy one and a couple to share with some friends. And Mandy, thank you so much for sharing your story and how you're becoming who God made you to be.
Thank you. Thank you so much.